Chapter 53, Immortal Flame. Sunny blinked, his eyelids heavy, as he struggled to regain consciousness. The world slowly came into focus, and the first thing he saw was Nephi's, her pale face hovering above his own. Her short silver hair was soaked through, strands clinging to her skin. She was kneeling next to his broken form, her hands gently brushing across his face. There was a strange look in her eyes, a mixture of fear and quiet acceptance. Her pupils were wide, almost pitch black. What's going on? Without a word, Nephi moved her hands to rest lightly on his collapsed chest. Sunny winced as fresh pain surged through him at her touch. Then, unexpectedly, a soft white glow began to emerge from beneath her palms. The flickering light mirrored in her eyes like two burning stars. Immediately, her face twisted in torment. A strangled cry escaped her throat as she clamped her teeth shut, trying to suppress it. Her complexion turned deathly white. As she bit down on her lower lip, drops of crimson trickled from her mouth. The radiant glow intensified. Tears spilled from her shut eyes, trailing down her pale, agonized face. Meanwhile, Sunny felt peace. The unbearable pain that had racked his body was replaced with an overwhelming warmth. It was as if something pure was pouring through him, cleansing, healing, a sacred white flame. His ruined body responded. Shattered bones realigned. Torn flesh stitched itself back together. His crushed lungs filled with air once more. His heart resumed its steady beat, stronger than ever. He could breathe again. With his first deep breath, Nephi pulled away with a pained cry. The glow in her hands faded, and shadows reclaimed their hold. She staggered back a few paces before falling onto her hands and knees, retching violently. Her entire frame trembled as if caught in a seizure. Eventually, the spasms ceased. She lay down, letting the rain fall on her face, catching droplets in her mouth. Sunny stared at his hands in disbelief. There was no pain, no sign of the injuries that had nearly ended his life. It was as if he'd never been hurt at all. He was whole again, all because of Nephi and her mysterious ability. It was nothing short of a miracle. When the storm passed, night had already fallen. The trio, Sunny, Nephi, and Cassie, curled together for warmth and fell into a deep, dreamless sleep. None of them had the strength left to stand guard. If danger came, perhaps Sunny's shadow would alert them. If not, well, they were too drained to care. Fortunately, the night passed without incident. At dawn, none of them were eager to move. They harvested meat from the fallen Carapace Centurion and the scavengers, collected 2 soul shards, then relocated to the other side of the island. No one wanted to hang around and wait for something else to sniff out the carnage. And rightly so. Soon after they left, a shape appeared in the sky, a dark speck growing larger as it neared. It descended in a swirling gust of wind, landing near the Centurion's remains. Sunny had never seen anything like it. The creature was enormous, easily double the weight of the Centurion. Its body, sickly pale and muscular like a lion's, supported 2 powerful hind limbs and 6 front legs that jutted out messily from its broad chest, each ending in vicious talons. Its neck and massive wings were covered in long black feathers. Atop its body sat a raven-like head, complete with round eyes and a jet-black beak. Hiding behind rocks, Sunny and the others watched as the beast tore into the Centurion's corpse, shredding its carapace with terrifying ease. Then, it snatched up several scavenger bodies and rose into the air with a gale of wind. It soared off toward the west, vanishing into the sky. Sunny exhaled slowly. "Neff, what do you think that thing was?" She didn't take her eyes off the sky. After a moment, she replied, "I don't know." Sunny simply nodded. He had more important things to do anyway. He still had to practice his 1,000 strikes. After building a fire, they roasted the Centurion's meat and indulged in a well-earned feast. Then, bellies full, they lay on the warm rock and rested. After everything, the double scavenger fight, the flood, the perilous cliff climb in a storm, and their desperate battle against an awakened predator, they deserved a break. But Sunny had more on his mind. Something felt different, Not just because of his brush with death, although that played a role. No, it was something deeper. During his struggle to stay conscious, something had clicked in his mind. An epiphany. And now that clarity still lingered. A sharp, unwavering presence at the center of his thoughts. His perception had changed. His mind felt faster, sharper, clearer. He could see patterns where once there was chaos. Understand dangers that once felt unknowable. It was as if he had unlocked a new understanding of the world. And that inner shift, it was more profound than the transformation of his body after the first nightmare. He hadn't gained new powers or consumed more shadows, but he had grown. He wondered, is this what it's like to be like Nephi's? To truly master your mind? Sonny wasn't there yet, but he felt he was finally on the right path. Later, Sonny wandered to the western edge of the cliffs. There, Nephi sat with her legs hanging over the edge, eyes lost in the horizon. As always, he couldn't guess what she was thinking. He sat down beside her and, after an awkward pause, said quietly, "You saved my life. Twice." She glanced at him. "I did." He hesitated, unsure what to say next. Finally, he just said, "Thanks." Nephi looked at him again, face unreadable. "There's no need to thank me. Without you and your shadow, we wouldn't have made it. We'd have drowned or been swarmed by scavengers." After a short silence, she added, "We're allies." Sonny nodded, understanding. Still, she had gone far beyond what duty demanded. But he didn't say that. He already knew how she'd respond. Probably something vague, like, "I just did," or "It doesn't matter." He smiled faintly and looked away. A few moments passed. Then he spoke again. "That's your flaw, isn't it? The pain when you use your ability." Nephi didn't answer right away. Then she simply said, "Yes." He looked at her, studying her calm expression as the wind played with her silver hair. "What does it feel like?" Her voice was quiet, like burning alive. Sonny winced. The spell truly was cruel. "I'm sorry," he said after a pause. Nephi shrugged. "It's just pain." Sonny looked away, his chest tight. Just pain. They might have been the saddest words he'd ever heard.